Hey NailTubers, what is up Nailification Squad? How's everybody doing? I am so excited today. Look at my new practice hand. No, but seriously, this is my son. He comes over frequently, and I told you guys before that we often binge watch movies, so here we are again, and I wanted to do something different. Actually, I've been wanting to do this for a long time, a live client service again. So for anyone new, this is part of prep, and the cuticle pusher is used to push the cuticle back. The cuticle is the tacky grow out from underneath the nail fold or eponychium. Without cleaning this off thoroughly, you'll definitely have lifting. Now, you will only see his thumb during prep. What ended up happening is, if you notice, the nail on his thumb is very large. I don't have any tips at all to fit it. This skiver bit is used to clean out the side walls and more of the outgrown cuticle. It should be used flush to the surface of the nail and in the grooves of the side walls. I also often use it over the nail bed surface, but that part is optional because you'll be going over the nail tip and nail bed later anyway. And you can do that all at the same time. There should never be any pushing or poking with this. He was falling asleep and I had to wake him up. Now, I have no plans to take clients into my house, nor do I have plans to get back into nail services. I'm just too old for that. I just think it's kind of cool that he was willing to do this for me and for you. This ball bit is used to lightly clean the hardened and dead skin from the area surrounding the entire nail. It should be used gently. In fact, when using both of these drill bits, your e-file speed should be at 3 or 4, the equivalent of 3,000 or 4,000 RPMs, so as to not cause any discomfort to your client while still effectively doing a good prep. He has good hands, doesn't he? The pick of his thumbnail had me a little mind blown though, because let me tell you what I was thinking. Come to think of it, it was so funny and contrary. I had practice hands on my mind after watching Shardae's video, Addicted to Pink Nails. OMG, you should see this hand. So that's what I'm saying. We've all been so amazed at how the practice hands look so real, right? Some have even been so creeped out by it. But then I was freaking out looking at the picture of my son's hand when it was done. His hand, to me, looked just like the practice hand. And it even does in the video. It was so hilarious to us. Now, as you know, I edit into brief clips, but for this one, mainly because I was working at a very small table. Well, it isn't even really a table. Kind of hard to explain, like one of those bedside tables or sofa tables, the kind that will slide under your couch, but the tabletop sits above the cushion. And it was so shaky. It kept bouncing and shaking, and I even started feeling dizzy and seasick just looking at it while editing. But you know what? This was so much fun. We had YouTube videos playing, and this time we were watching comedy and laughing so hard. So I just kind of wanted to see if I still had it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and just a few things. I had put longer tips on him in the beginning because y'all know I was about to go in on these. Besides, that's really all I have. Then I changed my mind. Like, I wasn't gonna do that to him. He was already being helpful as is. So maybe next time. I decided to make them short, simple, and sweet. Now, once the nail tips are placed, this is where I said going over the nail bed is optional during prep because you can do it all here at the same time, the nail bed and the nail tip. And let me tell you, I'm so glad I did decide to cut them shorter because I will say this. I forgot how important it is to keep your health and fitness. Just because you're sitting in a chair doesn't mean this is super easy. It can get very taxing on the body because of the stress for one, and from there, the positions you have to be in. The one thing that exhausted me in this was, though he didn't mind being a help and doing this for me, he wouldn't relax enough for me to get comfortable. You know what that does? That causes you to use much of your energy when you have to compensate and create the control against what feels like resistance. And let me tell you, honey, I ain't young no more. I was tired, girl. But this was great for me. It definitely took me back. And guess what? He also agreed to do this on a regular basis. But we'll see about that though. So you guys will see more actual client services. Isn't that great? If you enjoyed today's video, I upload regularly on Tuesdays and Thursdays and also offer random content spontaneously on other days like this one. If you're interested in acrylic designs, I recently did a few that I think you'll enjoy as well. There'll be a link at the end of this video. It is very different to do a live service, and also it makes a big difference doing various lengths of nails, which I explained before too. I'm pretty satisfied with how these turned out, and my son ended up getting a little kick out of it when he discovered they glowed in the dark. I didn't mention it to him before I started. It ended up being very cool. thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you spending your time with me today, and I'll see you in the next video.